Through the night, in the grim sight of the mind, I awake and gain sight of the conscious minds in all walks of life. This is the diary of your lives. This particular time, I actually, this isn't, I'm only not gonna speak about this dream. I actually wrote it down, but let me see. Let me just read. Actually, I don't think I feel like reading from my book here. I wrote down on this dream, but it started off it was a female woman, and it felt like it was the dreamcaster, it should be called, who I experienced the dream through. He was sitting in a car in a driver's seat, I believe, and it was the film was like his mom and his mother, and he was asking for like $159, and she pointed out, well, get your wheelbarrow, and she rode her bicycle with her hands flinging up, like away from him, almost like to a bank or something. And there was like a building which it felt like a bank, and Zach De La Rocha was there, and Zach De La Rocha is acting like a opportunist, like I would call him. That individual, I think he might have called him a shill, but Zach took advantage of him, and it was very disrespectful, it was demeaning. At least that's how I saw it. I mean, I think it was Zach, I don't know. So the dream, I kind of saw somebody else, but it couldn't have been they people. So I see see people how differently who they really are based on their personality. And the reason I one of them was like a clear vivid. My father married. I call Marek, and Marek guy, really jovial. Like it was. They had a house, and I think it was like a second floor, a walkway. But also I saw like something in my kitchen that was tight, and then the father. I don't know if it was the father figure. It was other people, and the father figure, I think to the Dreamcaster or whoever he was to that person, he acted jovial and like full of confidence. And the guy was like, "What? Did you get your dick sucked? Or like, did you get laid?" He was thinking about it or something like that. Why are you acting like that? And Marek just didn't let up. And he started saying, like I would say, I gotta pipe you down, calm you down. It was an older person, and there was two other people, and they were not just strangers, but they were, I don't know if relatives or like they happened to be there. It just wasn't that close, and they just started laughing, and enjoying it. Like, yeah, you probably should, And then when Zach De La Rocha is like, or Zach, like someone pointed out, he says the N word too. He says it as well. I think he just hides it. And then whoever the person experienced the dreams, the Dreamcaster, he just couldn't believe it. He was like, no way, are you kidding me? He's like, you really know that guy that well. And it was a certain thing, it was like, he felt like those money funneling, kind of like I felt in my life, His relatives, close one, kept some money away from him, and Zach knew about it. And that was just it. And later, about the $150 that he so-called said to the female riding a bicycle. It was like a cruiser bike, and she was riding really slow, and she's like, oh, this and that, who cares about your money? Get your wheelbarrow or something like that. Go to work or something like that. Like something. I mean, like, I don't know if it was a metaphor. I have wheel. I want to. It's something about me and wheelbarrow. Like I would use it for practical reasons, but later the guy, he remembered. He's like, oh right, I remember, I drank the money away. Something I do to just to, and this is my personal perspective. A lot of times I don't do that. I relate to that. You can't cope with that. It's difficult to cope. Like your close ones just against you, conspiring against you, and people that should have said something. I mean, they don't care. They overlook it, but he actually said something like I would say. It's like, if I make a mistake and I felt it through a dream, I'll take it back. It's like, it's if I accuse you, if I say, oh, wait, would you have that? It's like, oh, I forgot it. So he was trying to be honest. That's how I felt to the dream, the Dreamcaster was, whoever was in that particular dream that I saw, and it was about, power, also fame, but something that the individual couldn't control. That's how I felt it, because I've been through it so many times. It's people that stand around each other, and also they look up to a person like I felt, and it's like you can't do anything about it, or it was sort of something like that, and Yeah, it was pretty much that. And the thing with the so-called American, I'll elaborate on that. He was a while. He just he was just whoever that guy was. He was just acting like kind of demeaning and in his face, and it was just like you shouldn't be acting like that. Maybe because the other two people were there, but it lasted for a while. And it's just like so it's like he had to be he had to be said some words just to calm down. It's like he's like his ego or his pride was to the roof, and he was actually trying to show off into that person. He's trying to insult them with that. Yeah, it felt like there was money behind the scenes, and they schemed the guy because he said wherever he went was that place was. It felt like it was a bank, and Zach De La Rocha was there. Or whoever that was. I mean, it's not vividly clear because I saw Marek, so who knows who Zach was? And maybe I shouldn't say that, but he's I'm honest. But it's like I don't know who that guy was. It's like there was something going on there.